All right, welcome back. Sorry about that little faux pas in the beginning, but we've been doing this for a while, so I think everybody's battle fatigued at this point. We are very honored to have the Chief Judge of Terrebonne Parish, Juan Pickett, is on the news desk right now. He's in Division C, and we also have Judge Jason DeGate, who spent many years here on the news desk besides his regular attorney job, and he's in Division B. First of all, we're honored to have you guys. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Martin.
And it's not often I get to interview judges because there is a fine line between ethics and all, but I want to let the audience know y'all have come today to give very pertinent information on what's taking place with the court system. So, Chief Judge, I'll start with you. What's happening with the court system right now?
Well, as you know, there's been catastrophic damage throughout the parish. Many of the residents in the parish have been displaced, their homes and their properties have been damaged, and the members of the court have not been immune to that. Our court staff has, in the court, the judges, the police, the sheriff's office, the clerk of court, we've all suffered some type of damage, either personally or through our businesses. Currently, the Terrebonne Parish 32nd Judicial District Court is closed until September 20th, 2021. The judges, we met yesterday, and we're going to extend that closure for another week until the 27th. When we set the date of the 20th as the closure, we have had substantial damage since that time. There was a rain event which damaged some of the courthouse, some of the courtrooms, the sheriff's office and the clerk's office since Hurricane Ida hit. So currently we're closed until the 27th.
All right, let me turn to Judge Jason DeGate. Once again, very familiar face here on the Bayou Time set. And Judge, let me ask you this. How much damage was actually in the courthouse itself?
Well, for the actual storm itself, it held pretty well during the event. I was there for the storm with my family because I was the on-call judge at the time and needed to be there in case the sheriff's office needed any pertinent orders at that point in time. But as the storm moved out and we just kept sitting on that eye wall, we discovered some damage that I think they didn't know at the time because we were all inside to the roof. And I have some pictures we'll show later. And then that's actually the top of the roof. It's an interesting shot because you can see so many blue tarps across the parish, but that's on top of the courthouse, and you can see the cathedral there. That is what was on the roof that was completely demolished as they started to clean it up. But a lot of those are vents. There you see Mr. Tommy Daig, head of the maintenance at the courthouse, along with David Drury, but Tommy's there every day. That whole tarped area was the spot, if we can go back to that other one, that was the spot where, I mean, the roof was just, it was devastated right there, and rainwater began to pour in, and that's the annex portion. That's the newer portion of the courthouse where the sheriff's office is housed on the first floor, Division B, the courtroom that I'm in, as well as A and E, Judges Ellender and Bethencourt. So water came through there into the annex building where the jail is, down onto the second floor into my courtroom, saturated all the floors and into the office area, and then went down the wall into the sheriff's office radio room. And so they've got it tarped, and so this is pictures from this morning, just to show, you know, what was damaged is now kind of temporarily repaired, so it should remain dry, but now we have to dry out the inside and to make sure that the mold and our staffs are protected, as well as the public when they come in. This is from inside the courtroom that I sit in, Division B, where the water came through into the courtroom area. You know, it just basically poured in like a gutter into that lower spot, and then you can see some of the area. They were drying the floor, and this is some of still the wet areas of the floors, and just more areas of the courtroom that were damaged. And throughout the entire courthouse, this is in Judge Bethencourt's a power room where most of our electronics are run with the internet, and you can see it started to get into the lights there. This is before they had to cut some of the power off. And you can see some of our electronic equipment for the network there that we're still making sure isn't quite damaged or is still functional. This is Judge Arsenault's courtroom, the historic part of the building at the front that faces Main Street. Judge Pickett's office and courtrooms directly above this. You'll see Judge Pickett's courtroom that got damaged. Now, some of this paint peeling was there before, but it's you know, the dampness has exacerbated what was recently repaired. And so as we're starting to get water in different areas, and there you see some more water damage. And all that's dripped down into the carpet area in that historical area. There's the cranes that were there, patching the roof to the breezeway as well. And then the next picture, I think, is Judge Pickett's. That's the magistrate room
And
there.
let's do this, because we have a mandatory break in 30 seconds. We'll come back, talk a little more about that, but also, very importantly, I want to talk about, and I'm very proud to say the way y'all handled these looters, and I'm going to get into it a little bit. You can answer what you can, but I'm going to ask you anyway, but if you can't answer, I understand. I know you're in a tough spot. But I want the public to know what the judges of Terrebonne Parish did. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back.